All right, we've got a stock review today on Master or MicroStrategy. This stock is definitely on the tip of everybody's tongues this week and in the last month because it has been on an absolute tear. And we're going to review that in just a second. But the first step of our stock buying strategy is to ask ourselves the question, do I understand the company and is it a monopoly, an industry dominator, and or on trend? Okay, so what MicroStrategy does is they provide software to help businesses direct, help service their clients. It's not a consumer-facing thing. It is a business-to-business software, and they sell and license their software to businesses, and they help solve business problems with the help of AI. So that's what they do, okay? They also have recently bought a ton of Bitcoin, like a lot of Bitcoin. So they have spent $4.6 billion on Bitcoin. Their CEO is a Bitcoin bull. They currently own 1.57% of all the Bitcoin on planet Earth. I don't know if there's any on Mars, but they own that amount on Earth. Okay, so the reason that you're seeing this stock pump right now is because Bitcoin is on trend. And Bitcoin is on trend because recently Trump won the election and he seems to be seen as a very pro-crypto advocate. Today is November 19th, 2024. So this news about this crypto space and this election is very new. And you can actually see on this chart here when it starts tearing right after this, election's coming in, it really goes up. So there's a couple things that I want to caution people about here. So yes, crypto's on trend, but crypto's also not been on trend. Okay, it's very volatile and it goes up and it goes down. We've all seen this, right? So this is just a buyer beware situation. I don't think that Master is an industry dominator, and it's definitely not a monopoly. And the only reason it's on trend is because of crypto. So the company isn't making money right now from their goods and services. They are making money from they are raising their stock price rather based on crypto. So as an investor, you'd have to be comfortable with that. For me, I'm not. If I want to make a crypto play, I'm just going to go buy crypto. I'm not going to buy a company that has an auxiliary thing where they're buying crypto. Like, why wouldn't I just buy the crypto? That's the way I feel about it. That's my opinion here. So now that we understand a little bit more about the company, and I'm not saying we know everything, but that's enough for me to look at okay, now I know why this stock is pumping. It's pumping because the crypto buys. Okay, and the favorability that's coming in with this administration, incoming administration with crypto. So now we're going to look at the 5-year, 1-year, and 3-month chart. We only have a 1-month chart here on Yahoo, so we're going to look at that instead. The 5-year chart up 2,608%. That can look very tempting to people. 1 year, 764%. 1 month, 94.76%. I mean, the charts are all up. This looks amazing, right? But they're kind of up because of crypto. Okay, so you have to be comfortable with that. That would be why you're buying this stock. And then the next thing that we're going to look at are revenue and gross profit up on the financial statements year on year and year out. Okay, let's look at that. And I already know it's bad. So we start at 480 and we go up to 510. That's great. Then we go down and then we go down again and then we go down again. So this is actually terrible. This doesn't look good at all. Gross profit, 389, 418, 396, 386, 343. Also terrible. This company is getting worse at bringing in income, and it's getting worse at keeping the income in-house. So this company is actually failing, not thriving. And I believe that what is going on here is the CEO is making the executive decision of hey, my goods and services aren't so good. Could I just make money buying Bitcoin? Seems to be a strategy that he's interested in. Interesting for him. I don't think it's interesting for me as an investor. The other thing that I would also caution anybody about is when you look at these numbers, 480, 510, this company is small. It's relatively small. Like if we were looking at an Apple or we were looking at an Amazon, we'd add 3 more numbers to this number to get to the earnings and revenue they have. So I think you have to think about, as an investor, do you want to be invested in a small company that's trying to poke its holes into being something bigger? Or do you want to be invested in a big company right now that's pulling in profits and is going up right now because of that? Not because of an alliance with some other thing that they're not even doing, that they didn't invent. Like, they didn't invent Bitcoin. They're just buying it. So you have to think to yourself, is that a good idea for me? I don't know. You be the judge. I don't like this. I do not like this. The pump in this stock makes me highly suspect that it could be buying now. It could go down. It could go up. You guys, I could be wrong. I'm not saying it won't go up. If crypto continues to go up, this stock will probably go up. But I just don't understand why I wouldn't just buy crypto anyway, instead of buying this stock. Okay. The next thing, do institutions love this stock? No, it's being bought up right now because of the crypto play. That is why it's doing that. And does it pay a dividend? No, it doesn't pay a dividend. You can see this right here. These are just blank, forward yield dividend and ex-dividend date. The reason it doesn't pay a dividend is because it's not a profitable company. In fact, the company is shrinking on its earnings and revenue. The only way that they can kind of make money right now that they're showing me is if Bitcoin goes up from 88,000 a coin, which they just paid for it last week, to 120. Then they're making some money, but then they got to sell their Bitcoin to get that money. Are they going to do that? Like, what's the play here? I don't know. I'm not convinced. That's how I feel about Master.